Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks so much for popping in. Today we're going to be creating a lovely floral design using our beautiful wild poppy stamp. And the reason we're going to create this one, I'll just lift it up so you can see the shimmer on it, is I had a message from our lovely follower Sharon, and her and her sister were just asking if I could do something that would be suitable for remembrance. So I can't resist a request to use poppies now, can I? I love poppies. So I thought I'd share this design with you. Now, the background, you could use any colours. If you wanted to make a field of poppies and use greens, I mean, you can blend any three colours you wish. I've gone for today, we're going to use prize ribbon, seedless preserves and salvaged patina, and these are in the oxides, but like I say, any three colours. And do you know what, I'm going to put this to one side and let's get creating. We're going to start with a piece of the multifarious card, and this, you know, I have a thing about this lovely multi-pack, and so this is the A6 piece from the multi-pack. And we're going to start with our blending. Now, you know me, I put my inks in order just down the side that I'm going to use them. I just find it works well in my head. And I've got my little blending sponges, look. One for each colour, so that's my light blue. And don't judge me, look, I'm afraid. I don't wash them. I'm one of those people. I find if I want to clean them, I just wipe them on my inky binky. I've got my kitchen towel just to hold my card, look, and I'm going to start with the lighter colour, that's the salvage patina, and I'm just going to come at the top and blend. Now, if you're one of our lovely new followers and you're not quite au fait with blending, this is either a lovely bit of a cheat way to blend. And I'm going to put my top colour on, look. Now, don't worry, sometimes you get these little bits and it's just, I've had this blending sponge for a while and there's little bits, but they're just little bits so that we can brush them off, look, not to worry. Try not to use your hand because then you'll get ink on your hand, then you'll put it on your card. I'm going to turn that round. I'm just going to move these out a bit and I'm going to come in now with the darker colour along the bottom. And I know you think this is a bit, you know, why is she done the top and then the bottom? And I'm doing it this way because then when I add my mid colour, I can blend it to the top and the bottom colours at the same time. And I just find for me, it's a bit of a cheat way, but gives me a really good result. So I'm just going to turn it that way, look. And I'm going to come in with my mid colour, which is the blue, and just blend it across. And then what I'm going to do is blend it at the bottom first and then go to the lighter. And that's because as I use it, I'm going to have less ink on. So if I blend at the bottom, because I'm going to a darker colour, and then there's hardly any ink left on there, I can blend at the top, look. Turn it round. And we'll just come in this side. I find it easy coming in from the side. If I go straight in the middle, that's when for me I find I get marks, I get circles. And don't worry, you will get a few lines at the minute because we've got some work to do. Now, it'll look like that. A bit of a dog's dinner. This is the food for Eric. So don't worry. If we work on this area, look, I'm going to take my sponge. I've not added any more ink. And I'm just going to work along that edge where the blue meets that purple. Then I'm going to come in with my blue sponge and work on that area. And then back in with my purple. And turn it round and do the same here. So with my light blue, look, just going to go over where the two colours meet and just blend the ink that's there. The oxides are made for blending. So again, I'm just going to use my sponge. I've not added any more ink. That little bit that's on there is enough just to blend across. And if I bring that, you can see, we've got a few, might need to treat myself to some more blending tools. So as you can see, it started to blend. Now to finish off, Just going to turn it. I'm just going to blend a little more of the lighter blue over the dark blue, look. And that for me gives a lovely haze. And then lastly, I'm going to come in with my purpley colour, look, and just deepen that edge at the bottom. And what I'm also going to do is just go right up the side to the top. I almost want to frame this. And I tend to turn my work round just because it's easier for me. Now, when I turn it back at the top, can you see how it's framed either side? But I just want to blend that a little bit with my blue. So I'm just going to come back in. It's almost about you doing the two things. You're adding one colour and then coming back in with another. And if I give that a tap and a bit of a white with my, there, can you see? So we've got that lovely blend and it almost looks quite hazy, and that's that lovely chalky appearance that we get from the oxides. And for me, I just find that way of blending. Now, as I say, if you wanted to make green fields for your poppies, I'm just going to spritz this. Now, you could use a piece of card and mop this up and make a lovely background. But I'm just going to bring in my inky binky and we'll wipe it up today. I've got a nice clean area. And what I'm going to do now is stamp my poppies. And as I say, these are the wild poppies. And if you're not sure how they're going to look, remember, use your acetate. And I'm thinking we're just going to have silhouettes. So we're using the black, the Nocturne in the VersaFine Clair. And again, I just turn mine to the side and just be aware where the base is. So I'm going to put that one there. If you stamp the poppies too high, don't worry at all. Just get your black fine liner. Let's have a look. I've got one black and one brown. There's the black. Get your black fine liner, look, and just follow that. And nobody will ever know, because we won't tell them, will we, that you didn't stamp right to the bottom. Now I want a few of these, but I don't want them all to be the same height. I want them to look quite natural. So I'm just going to angle that one there. And again, give them a good stamp and let the ink soak in, because obviously we've got all that oxide there that we've blended. Like that. So we'll stamp another one. And this one I think we'll angle this way, because this one's going to be my focal point. So I'm just going to angle that one. Now you could, if you wanted, just have one solitary clump of poppies surrounded by, I'm going to add the orchard grass, but you could just surround it by the field grass if you want to make a focal point of just the poppies. And that's the beauty of these cards. You can add as much detail and alter them as much as I'm just coming in with, hopefully, that suggestion to get you started that you can then run with. Now I'm coming in with the orchard grass. I love the field grass, but I just thought it might be a bit tall for this, and I thought the orchard grass would, I want it to be an accent and not take over. I really want my poppies to be my main focal point. Now, I want a little bit of my orchard grass up here, but I don't want almost to see all the stems, and also where the stems would end, look, we'd have a gap. So what's lovely about this is you can ink up the top, look. And with my inky binky, I'm just going to clean the base of the stamp. And then I just want the top, and I'm just going to stamp a couple. So it looks like, you know, when you can see the grass in the distance, look, and just the top of it. And that's exactly what I want there. So I love doing that with the orchard grass and the field grass. Now I'm just going to give that a bit of a blot, because it's a slower drying ink, remember, your VersaFine Clair, and I don't want to smudge it with my next bit. And what we're going to do next is add our circle moon mask, which I've just dropped on the floor on Eric's back. And I'm going to turn mine round just because it's easier for me to, sorry, excuse me, this naughty throat. It's easier for me. I like to do the base first because when I've got most ink on my brush, that's my darker area. And I'm going to come in with the Seedless Preserves, which is my base colour. And I'm thinking I'm just going to add that there. I'm going to take some ink off the lid. Look, I needn't go in my ink pad because I've got enough on my lid. The smaller brush, I find the number 3 perfect for this. And just gently, I just want that mere suggestion. So I'm almost tickling the edge. Just tickle all the way around. Again, start at the base where I'd have my shadow. And then when I've got less ink, up to the top. And I want that mere suggestion that the moon's here. And you'll be surprised how much, if I lift that off, look, how much ink there is there. And then what I'm going to do is just fuzzy that edge. I'm not adding any more ink. There'll be a little bit left on my brush, look. Just blend that out. And the card is fabulous. Look, and you see how there you've not got a definite circle. And then the next thing, just to add a little bit more. Now you could leave it like this at this stage, if you want to leave it like that. But I'm just going to come in with my fine, my Pearl Medium, my PanPastel, and my applicator, look. And I just want to add a little bit. Now, it might be you don't want the shimmer, in which case, as I say, just leave it off. I just want to add a little bit of that shimmer, and I'm just going to bring a little bit across the sky. And we'll just come this side. Can you see the camera? It's trying to pick that up. Now you can do this to add your mist, to add your moonlight. And again, it's a PanPastel, it's a pastel, but just by giving it a gentle smudge look, that's enough to fix it. If I'd done the whole background, I would use a spray fixative, but because I've just used that small amount, just smudging it is enough to fix it. Now I want a little bit of highlight on my poppies, but I don't want anything. You know, quite often we use our gel pen or our lovely pastel pencils. I just want a light shimmer. So I'm going to come in with my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to catch, because again, it's a remembrance card, so I don't want too much. I almost want a little bit of, shall we say, adult shimmer. I don't want to over sparkle it, to glitter it up. I just want a little bit on the poppies, just to catch a little. Now, once again, you could leave it at this stage, but I want to add a little bit of faux bleaching in the sky. And the reason I'm going to do this at this point, I wait till the end, is once all my stamping's done, and this is permanent ink, it's not going to move. So I know I can bring in my fan brush and just add some light little speckles of water, look. And that'll just faux bleach in the sky. And while that's faux bleaching, I can bring in, I've got my lovely sentiment stickers. Now these are from set 6. And we have 3 colours. We have the black, the vintage and the white. But I think for this, the white works well. Now on my original, there's a lovely word, memories. And I think that's lovely for remembrance. But I've seen another down at the bottom. Now where was it? You see, there's so many that I think would be useful. Like, I love my story. Believe in yourself. I'm thinking I'm going to go with either got enjoy the journey or take a moment. And actually I think take a moment, because I do think we need to take a moment just to remember and think. So as always, I'm going to get my scissors, look, and pop it on there. Now this one, see, I don't like it there under there. I'm thinking again, this corner, there's something I like about that corner. I just need to check it's nice and straight. And I'm going to pop that there. Now, if I want to stop the faux bleaching, if I don't want it too white and in your face, look, I can just dry it, dab it off. And that's just enough of those little spots for me. And what I'm going to do is bring in the finished design so you can see. Now, shall I put them on top or next to each other? I can't decide. So when the design is matte and layered, and that's a 5x7 card blank. And then there's the one we've done today. So, Sharon, I'm hoping you like that idea. As I say, if these aren't your colours, you could blend 3 other colours. You could use maybe greens, or if you wanted to use greys, browns, make it vintage. You know, it's totally up to you. I just wanted to come in with a serving suggestion, something to get you thinking. Like I say, it might be you want to use, we've got other poppy stamps. We've got the garden poppy. Might use that tomorrow, you know. Might just come up with something a bit different tomorrow. But another card using the poppies. Do you know, I think I'm going to do that. So thank you for getting in touch. And thank you everybody for watching. As always, thank you for listening. And those of you whose husbands listen as well. I can't believe there are so many of you. But I'm glad that you want to spend the time with us. So big hug to everybody. You take care and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.